Good morning, Saugus. I'm Nolan Hodge, and today is Tuesday, January 17th.
And I'm Kenzy Mostafa. This is SNN.
For today's fact of the day, we thought we'd tell you about how you can always see your nose.
Selective attention is the process of focusing on a particular object for a long period of time. In order for the brain to carry out this process, it blocks out distractions through unconscious selective attention.
This phenomenon was demonstrated in Ulrich Kneizer's 1960 study where participants were asked to count the amount of times a basketball passed in a video. Because they were so focused on counting, nearly all the viewers failed to notice a girl with an open umbrella walk down the center of the basketball court.
Our brains become so preoccupied with focusing on one event that our vision to anything else is almost entirely inept, including our noses in the center of our eye line. Please stand for the flag salute.
Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
The Assistance League of Santa Clarita Scholarship Federation has 5 scholarships available for senior secondary education. In order to apply, you must be a senior in the William S. Hart District with a GPA of 2.0 or higher and plan to continue education. To apply, you must write a 350-word essay addressing the prompt on the current application on the Santa Clarita Valley Scholarship Foundation website. Applications are due to counselors by Friday, January 20th. COC's Road to Employment Day will be on January 28th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to help students explore career education programs and other employment opportunities in Santa Clarita. For more information, email the address or use the link listed below. Winter formal court voting begins Wednesday and runs through Friday to vote. Use your ID number as a login and your birthday as a password on the Voting for Schools website.
Now let's go to Marie Morcos with the first part of a 2-part segment showing a better way to get our news online.
In Atlanta, hundreds descending on CNN's Atlanta headquarters.
Brazil, supporters of former President Jair Bolsonaro have stormed Brazil's Congress, the Supreme Court, and the presidential palace.
Continuing his
so we hear
tour
some
of the
demonstrations
Ukrainian officials say that
subject about U.S. politics right now.
Overwhelming, isn't it? You're not the only one. As teenagers, we often feel overwhelmed by the volume and speed of news, particularly because of the way it's presented to us. We try to compensate for this feeling by picking a few news sources to focus on, or even not putting in the effort and disengaging from the news entirely. So how can we get our news in a reliable, healthy way? What are we supposed to do when the stories of the world become too much for us to handle? It's a lot simpler than you might think. Start with the facts. According to a study done by the Knight Foundation, the biggest factor that makes people feel overwhelmed is having news and non-news items mixed together on social media. Interviews with over 20,000 people concluded that this contributed to a whopping 39% of these feelings. This environment on social media also fosters misinformation that could lead to unhealthy relationships with family and friends. However, there are multiple ways you can get the information you're looking for without it taking a toll on your mental health. One tool that is useful is an app called All Sides, a company that assesses the political bias of popular media outlets and presents different versions of similar news stories from sources of the political right, left, and center. This tool helps to show readers news outside of their bias bubble and organizes information in an easy, reliable way. In order to find the most accurate information, you need to take the time to look at multiple sources and find the facts that are common among them. By looking at the similarities and differences between how different sides report on the same event, you can ensure that you are truly understanding what's happening in the world from as many different angles as possible. Stay tuned for part 2 to learn how to take a break from this constant news cycle. This has been Marie Morcos reporting for SNN.
Marcos? Yeah. Thanks, Marie Marcos. Good morning, Saugus. I'm Ryan Harris with today's Saugus Sports Update. Today, boys basketball plays West Ranch. Frosh and JV play at Saugus, and varsity plays at West Ranch. JV plays at 3:30, Frosh plays at 5, and varsity plays at 6:30. Girls basketball plays West Ranch. JV and varsity play at West Ranch, and Frosh plays at Saugus. JV starts at 3:30, and varsity starts at 5, and Frosh starts at 6:30. Also today, boys soccer plays West Ranch at West Ranch. Varsity plays at 3:15, JV plays at 5, and Frosh plays at 6:30. Girls soccer plays West Ranch at Saugus. Varsity plays at 3:15, and JV plays at 5. Good luck to our Centurion athletes. That's all from me. Let's return to Marie Marcos for the second half of our segment on online news, giving us another way to handle the stress caused by our news feeds.
It can be easy to get sick of the 24-hour news cycle and think, none of this really affects me. Why should I care? This is a common way to think, but completely disconnecting yourself is never a good idea. We also need to stay informed about both local and international events, because they do affect us in ways we might not realize. However, it is true that the amount of news in our ever-updating feed can be overwhelming. And when it seems like it's too much, it's okay to take a break. Now more than ever, it's important to remember to step outside to recenter ourselves in the present. Going camping is one beneficial way to accomplish this. Scientific research suggests that the feeling of connection to nature that camping provides enhances psychological health and well-being and is directly correlated to reduced anxiety and depression. Whether you camp in a tent or RV, or even rent a cabin, spending this time in nature is indisputably good for your mental and physical health. If you don't have the time, money, or means to do so, even going on a hike at a local trail can have the same effect. With many of our lives arguably now orbiting around social media feeds, utilizing these techniques to navigate that ocean of online content is key to our mental wellness. Whenever you hear about something online, remember to take the time to look into that information further, because being well informed about the world around us is the first step towards bringing about real positive change. This has been Marie Marcos reporting for SNN.
Thanks again, Marie. Knowing the right way to consume our media online is vital to make sure we're well informed about the world around us.
National Honor Society is holding a meeting for all students interested in joining this semester today in room H803. Drop-offs are not accepted from meal services or parents. If you need to pick up something from your parents, meet them at the front gate during passing period, brunch, lunch, or open periods. Open period stickers are not available in the ASP office yet for the semester. If you have had a schedule change and need to leave the campus during your open period, you must show your schedule to the campus supervisors at the gate until stickers are ready. The cafeteria is still offering one free breakfast and lunch for every student. Additional breakfasts cost $2 and additional lunch costs $3.50. Parking in reserved spaces without a parking pass is prohibited. You will be ticketed and upon repeat offense, taken out of class to move your car to the street.
That's all for today. I'm Nolan Hodge. Stay tuned for SNN Radio and Saugus Today.
And I'm Kenzy Mostafa. Remember that tomorrow is not a late start Wednesday and is a regular silver day with periods 4 through 7. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.